The Bachelor Canada's Morning After Chats on BT are brought to you in part by Skinny Cow Delicious Milk Chocolate Dreamy Clusters.
When I first met you, I saw calm, but I didn't know if it was innocence to cover up a shark. And then I thought it was too good to be true. April, will you marry me?
Yeah, I will. Just like that, they sealed the deal. Please welcome fiancés. Congratulations, Tim Warmels and April Brockman.
Thank you.
Guys, you're fiancés.
Yeah.
How does it feel to finally be able to tell everybody and share the love and show the love?
It's amazing.
Yes.
Because not many people know that they think the show ended last night and that you guys have just been hanging out the entire time. They don't know there's a 5-month period where you guys don't really get to see each other.
Brutal.
What's that period been like?
It's been difficult. It's been brutal, but we've managed to have secret dates, and I sneak over to his place with a wig on, and
with a wig on.
Yeah, wigs. My favorite being a bob, black bob.
Awesome.
And the big sunglasses. But and then we get out to the cottage often on weekends, so we've managed.
So we heard last night, Tyler asked, you know, have you set a date? You are making plans to move forward with the actual wedding. Do you know anything more now? Because it's been a few months that you've been sitting with this. I have to ask.
It's difficult because you have this relationship and it's secrecy, so you can't pick a venue, pick a dress, you can't do all that fun stuff. So now's where the fun begins.
Well, you talk about the secrecy. It's kind of a cool aspect that for the 4 months that you guys were hiding, that you get to kind of have your relationship just to yourselves.
That's an interesting piece of it, because most people have years to go through these things like how a relationship develops. Like when you get married, you usually spend years dating or something, but we had known each other for 2 months. And so to have this, time where you just focus on yourselves, in that aspect was kind of nice. But now I just want to go get a coffee.
Right? What's the first, besides coffee, what's the first thing you guys are going to do in public?
Christmas tree shopping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, holidays. I'm so excited just to spend the holidays together and, window shop, and it's going to be exciting.
So what did your families have to say? Because we saw them both throughout this whole journey on camera. What did they have to say when you shared the news?
Well, actually, they met last night.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Very cool.
We had a finale party last night, and my parents got to meet her grandparents and some of her extended family, and it was awesome. So we're kind of tired right now.
I actually talked to Tim yesterday on the phone. Did an interview for Hello Canada. I was asking him, how would you say this entire process has gone without using the words enormous, life-changing, heavy, and daunting?
There's nothing left.
For you, though, I mean, it's such a different aspect. You come from, Tim has a one-to-one relationship. There's a lot of girls at the beginning. How do you look over the entire process? Are you just looking at it from the end point and moving forward?
The entire process for me, I was just meeting the girls, and it didn't really faze me. I mean, a couple parts at the end, of course, stung a little bit, but, watching the whole thing, I mean, those are all my girlfriends, really, now. We have this tight, special, close bond that only a handful of us ever get to share, so, I don't know, it worked out for me.
I'll say, and you guys shared, when we saw this vignette play back, so many tender moments where it's so obvious seeing it backwards, like you had that special thing. Did you feel that all the way? I know you had, of course, some trepidations because there's a lot of mixed emotions, and it's a big thing to get engaged, and I love that you were so real and authentic in what you were feeling. I thought it was a really refreshing way to go about it, and it didn't scare you off, Tim.
No, and it's a scary thing to go through. It's a very stressful thing to go through. It's very emotional. But the thing that I loved about it was that I knew that anything or whatever came out of her mouth was what she was feeling and genuine.
And your mom said that too.
Yeah, exactly. And that meant a lot when my mom said that to me, because that's something that that means the world to me, that I can always trust exactly what comes out of your mouth.
And last but not, I want to know when you knew for the first time and when you knew April.
I knew that I was in love.
But that you were going to get engaged, that you knew you were going to propose.
Oh,
So you're digging.
They showed.
Yes. Go on.
They showed the letter that she wrote to me, and on that letter, it literally said, verbatim, you follow your heart in the moment and I'll follow mine, which was her way of telling me, I ain't telling you what I'm gonna say if you are going to ask. And so I literally did not know as I was getting down on one knee what she was gonna say.
Neither one of us knew, actually. I went into it not knowing if he was going to ask, and
Yeah.
he didn't know if I was gonna accept, so.
That takes some
Well, we are
serious guts.
so happy that you found each other and you're in love, and your wedding date will be on. I tried.
We're shooting for like September or October next year.
Very cool. Would you televise it?
I don't know.
Okay, you
Never
guys
say
want to
never.
keep it. Yeah, never say never.
Probably
BreakfastTelevision.ca for more, and you can finally tweet them. They can actually tweet you back at Tim Warmels. Are you at April Brockman?
Betty
Twitter?
Brockman.
Sorry?
Betty Brockman.
Betty? Who's
Yeah.
Betty?
It's the code names on the show.
Yeah.
The
He
Bachelorettes,
knows.
the Bettys, and the Ken.
Betty Brockman, very cool. And you're still doing your real estate thing, yes?
I am, yep,
Awesome.
downtown.
Guys, continued success and enjoy this
Thank you.
journey now that it's out there. Yay, they're
So
in
happy
love.
for you guys.
They're engaged. Cav, over to you. Feel the love on the couch.